What's going on, guys? It's Dr. Delay with another video today. I got the Pirates and Phillies. Pirates 45-0. Very excited about seeing them play. They're just one of the greatest things I've ever seen. So they take on the Philadelphia Phillies, their cross-state rival. So let's see how this will go. Again, Pirates have just been kind of struggling for a long time. As we look at their NL Central record, the Cubs at 27-19, Cardinals 25-20, Reds 22-24, Brewers 21-24, and the Pirates 15-30. And then in the NL East, the Phillies actually just 2 games behind the Mets, as the Mets are 29-17. The Phillies 26-18, the Braves 23-22. Nationals 19-27, and the Marlins at 17-26. In the NL West, the Dodgers 29-16, the Padres 27-16, Giants 26-19, Diamondbacks 24-21, and the Rockies, something special brewing in Denver. I say it every single time. 7-37. That is just amazing. I love to see it. In the AL East, we have the Yankees 26-19, Blue Jays 22-23, Red Sox 22-24, Rays 20-24, and the Orioles 15-28. Just all of a. Hey, I didn't know you were calling the D-Bucks. Oh no, you're good, man. You're good. Don't worry about it. You do your thing. I think that was during the day, right? Yeah, I just had a lot of stuff happening that evening. I couldn't. But no, you're good. No biggie, man. Tigers 30-16, Guardians 25-19, Twins 25-20, Royals 25-21, White Sox 14-32, and then finally in the AL West, 24-19, Astros 23-21, Rangers 24-22, Athletics 22-23, and the Angels 18-25. Again, the Pirates 45-0, so a really good start to the season for them. Looking forward to seeing some more of their amazing gameplay today. But yeah, Nick, it was D-backs and Giants, I think, right? That's actually, I don't recall. I'm pretty sure it was the Giants. I did a UFL game earlier. I got some pretty good views there. Had like 30 people at one point. Yeah, the D-backs and the Giants. That was a good game. That was a really good game. So, obviously, the D-backs winning. So, yeah, it was. But, I was pretty excited again. Obviously, I'm more of a football guy, so, this was a really promising. There's been some UFLs, where I just kind of struggle. Obviously, there's some baseball games that'll struggle. Obviously, when the Pirates are stinking, like Pirates, Yankees there, only 71 views. Anyway, that doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. But, all right, so we have, again, we're going to be covering the Pirates here tonight, so not really a big shocker. So get ready for some pretty pathetic baseball, as we have Cruz, McCutchen, Reynolds, Bart, Spencer Horwitz making his Pirates debut. Nick Solak, Hayes, Frazier, and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. So that'll be pretty cool. I get to see how Spencer Horwitz is. Spencer Horwitz in MLB The Show 25. I'm just saying, if you just platoon him against righties, that guy is amazing. So if you play MLB The Show, Nick, and you start a franchise, low-budget first baseman, Spencer Horwitz. There you go. Zach Wheeler is starting for Philly, so they got a solid starter. His ERA, I believe, was a 2.95, as that's going to be first pitch in there called strike. Cruz batting .237, OPS of 824, 8 home runs and 18 RBIs. Yes, 2.95 ERA. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be high for ball one. And yeah, I did a baseball game, high school baseball, and that went 3.5 hours. Usually they go 7 innings. That one's going to be fouled back. 1-2 count. So that was exciting. The team that we represented, they were losing 6-1. Then they slowly inched their way back. Ended up winning in the 8th inning, 12-11. That was a fantastic game. Very, very fun. 1-2 count here to O'Neal Cruz. Phillies in their pinstripes, but they're wearing the white cap today, as that's going to be taken for a called strike 3. So down goes Cruz. And that'll bring up Andrew McCutchen. Kepler in left, Marsh in center, Castellanos in right, Bohm at third, Turner at short, Stott at second, Harper at first, Wheeler pitching obviously, and JT Realmuto is catching. I hope you call the Monday and Thursday night football games. Trying to find them on is difficult. Well, that's actually crazy that you mentioned that. I had said during the UFL broadcast, as that's taken for a called strike, that I probably wouldn't do those games. But if you think that's something that I could have some success in, then I will do it. That one is taken for a called strike. The reason I electing, or am as of now electing, and I could do them, is that most of the time, again, it's just one game on for the most part. Monday night might have a doubleheader every now and then. But the big streamers are pretty much going to be eating up everything. As here's the 0-2, that's going to be outside ball 1. Whereas on Saturdays and Sundays, there's a lot of games on. Obviously, Saturdays, college, bunch of different games. And then Sunday, you can pretty much pick and choose what game, like the big streamers are doing. Probably the main games, and I'll do the other ones. So that one's going to be outside ball 2. But I'll probably at least give it a shot, a trial run, for the first few weeks. And if I'm just not really gaining anything from it, sadly, which I suspect, then I'll probably stop. But I'll go ahead and start it off. That's what I'll go ahead and do. I'll go ahead and start off the season doing it. As here's the 2-2, and McCutchen fouls it off. And I'll go ahead and give it a shot. And if I'm having success, if I'm gaining subscribers, really, if I just get one subscriber, I call it a success. I'd love more per stream, obviously, but you take what you can get. But yeah, if I can get at least just one, it's worth it. That's going to be inside ball 3. I got you. You'll be at work. Okay. Well, fair enough. And I know you're D-backs, but I apologize. You're a Cardinals fan, correct? Because here's the 3-2. Hold on one second. That's going to be chopped foul. So if you're a Cardinals fan, it's looking pretty good that I'll do some Cardinals games because, again, they're probably, no offense here. Again, I'm a Steelers fan, not really much room to talk, but I don't think they're going to be on, the national TV thing. Most people aren't probably going to cover them. So I could probably, 3-2, swung on a miss by McCutchen. I'll probably be able to do a lot of those games if I had to guess. So that'll be something. But again, if you're not, I can try to favor, another team that you like. And I do want to try to do a lot of Steelers games, but, I got to do what's best for the channel. I might do, I don't know. It really just depends how it goes. Here's the first pitch to Brian Reynolds, as that one's going to be inside ball 1. Very, very slow start to the season for Brian Reynolds, batting 194 now. 5 home runs, 20 RBIs. Wheeler delivers the 1-0. That's going to be inside ball 2. So, but yeah, I'm going to do my best to try to, if I can get some Cardinals games. I've already kind of looked at the schedule a little bit. I will probably be able to get a good few of those. So if you're a Cardinals fan, which I think you are, if I recall, then probably get some Cardinals games, as that one is going to be fouled back 2-1. Which I imagine you probably want to watch them on TV, but again, there's always the live reaction. What is this other guy saying? Here is the 2-1. That's going to be inside ball 3 to the, again, struggling right fielder Brian Reynolds. Yeah, I used to be a Skins fan, but once they changed the logo and stuff, I had no ties. Fair enough. Cardinals on TV every Sunday, so whatever games you call. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Fair enough. So maybe it's good then if you watch the Cardinals game. Maybe it's good if I don't call the Cardinals game. So I don't know. I might do it anyway because, again, I don't think there's going to be a lot of streamers. Like, the streamers do usually the main 12 o'clock game and then, like, the main 325. So I'm looking to get pretty much whatever is the most appetizing. Like, 3-2 is going to be fell back, like, the second most pretty much, like, what they're not doing. I want to try to eat into that. That's how I'll grow, is by getting more eyes. And, yeah, because if they're all doing the same thing, then, they all have their loyal fans, and then I do a different game, and that's how I get those teams' fans. And that one's going to be taken for ball 4 on a pitch that was questionable, right on the inside corner. Triskadeka, hello there. Saying hi to Nick. Doing this game, honestly, I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I don't think it's going to be a very lively night tonight. But we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it's an exciting game, as that one's going to be in there, a called strike. Double checking, that's not a white hat. That's a camo hat. So, yeah, look at that. Military appreciation. I know Memorial Day is coming up. That's going to be upstairs ball 1. Come on, Pirates, play a full game. Yeah. Probably not, unfortunately. Probably not going to be a full game. 1-1 count to Joey Bart with the runner on first. There's a chopper to third. Bohm has it, throws to first for out number 3. So one on there for the Pirates, but no hits as we head to the bottom of the first. Your score 0-0. Again, I don't really expect a busy day. Don't think there'll be a lot of views for this one, but we're doing it just to say, hey, look, man, we did it. We did it. We did it 100%. All right, Rays up 4-0 over the Marlins in the top of the 8th. Nationals up 7-2 over the Orioles in the bottom of the 7th. Orioles actually hadn't scored until the bottom of the 7th, and they have 2 runners on. And let's see, the Mets defeated the Yankees 3-2. Cubs over the White Sox 7-3. Blue Jays over the Tigers 2-1. Tomorrow, I am looking at most likely doing, so I'll be home late, Mariners Padres. That is probably what I do. So Mariners Padres tomorrow. If you guys are there, great. If not, I totally understand. You guys are allowed to do your own thing. I do appreciate it. Yeah. Again, you too. Trisk obviously has been here since the beginning. Nick, I think that was that legendary Diamondbacks Cubs game. You've been here pretty much most of the time. And I really appreciate you, man. I'm stuttering here, but I really appreciate it, man. Like, I'm glad that I'm able to be somewhat entertaining and, just chat, just chat about sports. Obviously, I'm just doing this game tonight, which Pirates probably going to get wrecked. But it's always cool to see, like, I'll remember you guys. Like, if I ever go big, 100%, remembering Nick, remembering Trisk, remembering Luis. He's definitely always in here for baseball games. For most of the time, he's actually not going to be in tonight because he's actually he went to that Mariners-Padres game. And of course there's some others too. Draven's always in here. So Carmen Molzinski here is starting for the Pirates, 5.2 ERA. So I'm sure that inspires a lot of confidence for the Bucco faithful. Opponent batting average 300, really solid. And Bryson Stott is going to step in, batting .258, OPS of 704. Molzinski sets as he pitches out of the stretch and delivers. That's going to be taken for a called strike. Stott .258, 3 home runs, 21 RBIs, OPS of 705. Go Phillies. Well, it's not like we need your support, Lancaster Studios, as that one's upstairs, ball one. The Pirates will lose regardless if you cheer for them or not. So I do appreciate your troll attempt, Lancaster Studios. As here's the 1-1. That's going to be low. Tell you what, I have a question. I can't remember. I think you're a Rangers fan here. Like, why are you guys, you spend all this money, why are you guys just at 500, 24 and 22, man? Don't understand it, Lancaster. That one is going to be ripped foul. Philly win puts them at 600. Pirate loss puts them at abysmal. Well, they're already there. They're already at abysmal. 2-2 count for Bryson Stott. Lancaster Studios, again, a thank you for stopping by. IRL friend there. Tried to call a game with him this past weekend, but unfortunately things could not happen at the radio station. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be outside ball 3. I will try to get him in, though, both of them, both of the Lancasters. Because we suck, that's why. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, if you've seen the Pirates, we're 45-0. So, I don't know what sucking is. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be hit to left. But that is straight to Solak. Picked him up on the waiver wire. So, don't know how he'll do, as that one is out number 1. Solak in left, Cruz in center, Reynolds in right. Hayes at third, IKF at short, Frazier at second, Horwitz at first. Bart catching, Moldzinski. Rangers do not suck. The Pirates suck like a great vacuum. Yeah. I know we do. Here's the first pitch, and that's going to be outside ball 1. Rangers, I don't know. I think you'd expect them to be a little bit better. Pirates, man. What a lineup this is. Oh, my gosh. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be inside ball 2. Looking forward to... I don't know if you're still here at Lancaster Studios, but do you plan on calling some games for SETX this upcoming year? It's the 2-0. That's going to be taken for a called strike. I can't Rangers. Is he? I didn't realize he played. Did he? He probably did. I remember he was on the Yankees. Yeah, he was on the... Yeah, he was. 100%. I mean, I'm just confirming what you said. I now visualized it. This one is ripped foul. Strike 2. So yeah, Lancaster, you're gonna, where are you going to call games? I'm interested in knowing. Personally, I'd love to do a 3-man booth, but I know, you got to make some money too. So here's the 2-2. That's going to be upstairs ball 3. I need to talk to Jordan. I'm going to talk to Jordan very soon. I know I brought it up a month ago about me being a sales rep as well. Going to get all the sponsors. 3-2 count here to Turner. That's going to be fought off and fouled. So I know me and Todd and I will be manning the Kirbyville. So you're going to be a flex. I got you. Fair enough. Are you pretty much like the assistant there with SCTX? Here's the 3-2. This is going to be chopped foul, like your Jordan's understudy. I'm ready for it, though. Calling that UFL game had a pretty good viewership there. And I don't know, it just felt great to watch football and call a pretty decent game until the end. Houston kind of, Roughnecks forgot how to play. Here's the 3-2. This is going to be chopped to third. Hayes throws, and it is not in time. So that's an infield single as Turner, again, he's really fast. So even Hayes, who's the sure-handed there, couldn't quite get the throw in time. One of the better fielders meeting one of the better speedsters, and the speedster wins. Check with Jordan if SCTX Sports will do a Spanish language World Cup when it comes to the U.S. next year. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. I think he's just football and in English. I think you may know that from experience. All right, it's going to bring up Harper. Molzinski sets and delivers. That's upstairs. Did check his swing, and he went. Says that Harper went. Harper batting .248, OPS of .799. Molzinski set. Oh, no, he's going to throw over, but, you know, Turner is safe and sound. And, of course, the Philly fans are booing because they just hate the sight of a pickoff attempt. It's the worst thing in a baseball game, apparently. Not many things get many more boos. Nothing much. Nick, all right, you guys talk to each other. That's perfectly fine with me. Is that one? It's outside. .248, .799 OPS, 7 home runs and 25 RBIs for Bryce Harper. Molzinski sets and delivers. That's going to be in there for ball 2, as that one probably should have been strike 2, but what can you do? When you're the Pirates, you don't really deserve any breaks. And when you get a break, you really can't capitalize anyway. Here's the 2-1. And this one's going to be hit to center, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Turner's moving to third. Man, he's so fast. So, men on the corners with just one away here in the bottom of the first. Stott with the fly out to left. Turner with the infield single. And Harper with the single up the middle. And that's going to bring up Kyle Schwarber, former Cub. Turned himself into a star. .263 batting average, 15 home runs, 34 RBIs. And that one's going to be low for ball 1. 1-0 count to Kyle Schwarber. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for strike 1. Oh, tell you what, the umpire right now not looking too hot, not going to lie. One to 1 count. Gorski was actually just option. That's unfortunate. Here's the 1-1. That's a swing and a miss, strike 2. So Gorski being sent down. Had some flashes. Couldn't quite put it together. Might see him back. Sorry if my comments are behind. My internet is going in and out like the burger place. I got you, Trisk. It's all good. 1-2 count. Molzinski sets and delivers. That's outside for ball 2. 2-2 count. Two and two count. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Here at the bottom of the first. Phillies threatening. Here's the pitch. This one's going to be ripped. And that's ripped into right. That is going to score Turner. Reynolds now throws in as Harper will cruise at third. Schwarber with the 1 out RBI double. And just like that, the Phillies are up 1-0. Unbelievable. And right over Horowitz's head at first. And just like that, we're having a mound visit, 113 miles per hour off the bat. Trevor was in the situation last night and got on base. Well, he got on base here, as you are definitely behind, and that's okay. Phillies already up 1-0 and threatening to add on to that lead as Castellanos will come to plate. Of course, he's the MLB meme. Whenever something bad happens, this guy puts one over the fence for the most part. Batting .278, OPS of .738. Zinski sets and delivers. That's down and away for ball one. Castellanos with 4 home runs and 25 RBIs on the year. Here's the 1-0. Checked his swing, but it's in there for a called strike. One and one count. 1-0 lead, Phillies, of course. And in the bottom of the first, 1 out. Ones are wild. That's going to be chopped to first. He's going to throw home. And he got Harper at home. Horowitz taking a risk, throwing home. Great throw and a great tag. Gets the sliding Harper. Harper running on contact. So we see the replay, or I see the replay. Nice throw, great placement. So they save a run. So it's 2 outs now, and that's going to bring up Max Kepler, batting .220, OPS of .685. Did the camera move? I feel like I'm way too... I don't know. Anyway, it's going to be in there, a called strike. I guess I won't. I think the camera did move. Did I move it? I don't know if I should move it. As you see my room, it's a mess. I'll clean it up eventually. The side bed frame, I don't know. It's all weird. Here's the 0-1. And this one is hit to center. Cruises back and makes the catch for a loud out number 3. So the Phillies tack on 1 as we head to the top of the second. Your score, Phillies 1, Pirates 0. All right, let's do some scores here. Let's see. I think Lancaster's already gone, so I can't really troll. Rays up 4-0 over the Marlins in the top of the 8th. Nationals up 7-2 over the Orioles in the bottom of the 7th. Mets defeated the Yankees 3-2 today. Cubs over the White Sox 7-3. Blue Jays over the Tigers 2-1. Again, if you're a first-time visitor here, hey, hit that subscribe button. It's free. I do a bunch of baseball games, and this is pretty much what I do. I just call random games, probably 2 to 4 times a week, depending on the week and depending how work goes. And if you like football, I did a UFL game today. That was pretty fun. The game turned into not being fun, but it was a good experience regardless. Just getting my name out there in the football scene, that was pretty cool. And again, don't hesitate to chat. That's pretty much it. There's really not much to talk about now. I am honestly tired, but I had already set this up, so that's why I'm going to do it. That's why I am a hero, as I'm covering the Pirates, who are 15-30. So I don't know if there's really, unless it's like an intriguing matchup, I might not even, I don't know if I'll do Pirates much more. They just not much to watch. I'll probably do it if Skeens pitches, but it's really frustrating. All right, Horowitz last season had .265, on base percentage .357. Those were actually the AL rookie bests last year. So maybe Spencer can bring something here, as we're looking to boost this lineup that is pretty pathetic for the most part. Here is the first pitch. That's going to be taken for a called strike. Last year, batted .265, OPS .790, 12 home runs, 40 RBIs. And this one's going to be chopped to second. Throws to first for out number 1. So his first at-bat is a ground out. That's going to bring up Nick Solak, who I guess we picked up from waivers the other day, and I guess he's 1 for 3 or something because his batting average is .333. I'm here from the near future. June 30th. Pirates are 23 and 54. Yeah, thanks. That's going to be in there a called strike. 0-1 count. Pirates just as pathetic as always. Here is the 0-1. That's going to be inside for ball one. Maybe these guys hit. Again, Solak just being picked up. Horowitz just now playing. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike two on a ball way inside. Oh my goodness. He really wanted to swing there. 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2. This one, shallow right. Castellanos jogs over and makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 away here for the Pirates. That's going to bring up Brian Hayes, batting .253 OPS of .618. Wheeler at 28 pitches. Working really quickly here in the second. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be in the dirt for ball one. Hayes batting .253, 1 home run, 15 RBIs, OPS of .618. Hayes chops this one foul. 1-1 count. Pirates just 15-30. Just not a great start to the season. I don't think many of us expected this. The signs were there, but I guess based on how the Pirates had been the last few years, you're thinking, okay, maybe they hang around 500 as this one's hit up the middle. And that is going to be a base hit for Brian Hayes. So very nice stuff from Brian, as that'll bring up Adam Frazier. Adam Frazier batting .228 OPS of .608. Wheeler sets, looks over at Hayes, and delivers. That is right down the middle for strike one. Frazier has 2 home runs to go along with that .228 average, 10 RBIs as well. And it looks like they're going to throw back to Hayes. Hayes always gets, they always throw over to check on him. And I'll be honest, Hayes is not fast. But they throw over anyway. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside. Checked his swing. Did not go. One and one count to Adam Frazier. Wheeler delivers. Looks like he jammed him there. Shallow left field, and Turner runs and makes the catch for out number 3. So it says 1-0 Phillies as we head to the bottom of the second. Absolutely sad, absolutely atrocious. The Pittsburgh Pirates. All right, Rays up 4-0 over the Marlins in the bottom of the 9th. Nationals up 7-2 over the Orioles in the top of the 9th. Let's see. Mets defeated the Yankees 3-2 today. Cubs over the White Sox 7-3. Blue Jays over the Tigers 2-1. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I'll do my best. I did do a UFL game earlier, and my voice was chalked at the end of that one, so probably not going to have much going into probably the 5th or 6th inning, but I'll do my best. But yeah, if you like baseball, if you like football, this is the channel for you. Hit that subscribe button. If you're a Pirates fan, you should definitely subscribe. As, I mean, I've done probably more Pirates games than any other team. Actually, I mean, I can probably show you right here. Look at Pirates. Again, it's not just a Pirates thing, as you can see. Phillies fans, look at that. I did a Mets-Phillies the other day. Actually, no, that was a few weeks ago. I'm not even going to lie to you. But it's my second Phillies game, so I'm not hesitant to do other games. Apparently, I did a lot of Mets. That was kind of odd, but it is what it is. But, yeah, it's just a sports channel, so feel free to subscribe if you're just a sports fan. I don't think it's going to hurt you. I wouldn't imagine it to. If I do hurt your feelings, I guess you can let me know, but I don't think I will. I mean, I do have controversial opinions, I guess. Not really. But I'm sure we can always agree to disagree and be cordial in the comments. The worst thing about the horrible Pirates record is there's less power in the I hate the Brewers comments. I guess I understand. But, yeah, you can do whatever he just did. You can go ahead and comment. Triska Decca, again, he's a long-time watcher, and I appreciate him. Feel free to talk to him. Talk to me. Talk to whoever you'd like. Talk about whatever you'd like. I mean, I'll talk about really anything. More of a football guy, but, again, you can talk baseball. It won't really bother me one bit. As the starting pitching for the Pirates has been really good, but the bullpen is not. That's going to be in there, a call strike to Real Muto. Then 243, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs, OPS of 719. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled back for strike 2. Oh, 2 count. Here's the pitch. There's going to be a ground ball to short. IKF throws to first for out number 1. Man, Joe Block on damage control is telling everyone how, you expect to win when the Pirates are having great starting pitching. Then he says, they're doing so-so. Yeah, no, they're not doing so-so. They're doing terrible. You have to show Nick your new Redskins lanyard. Where did I put that? It's somewhere in my room. I don't know. Maybe another day. 261 batting average, 2 home runs, 14 RBIs, OPS 656. Really shouldn't be leaving the camera as this one moves to 0-2. I think it shifted again. I'm gonna have to mess with that, I guess. 0-2 count. Molzinski sets. Again, this is Alec Boehm at the plate. That's gonna be high for ball 1. A 1-2 count. Molzinski sets and delivers. That's going to be outside ball 2. Two count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit down the right field line, but that's going to go foul. Phillies. When you look at this lineup, you think of just a really from 1 through 9, you think any of these guys are a threat, whether it's with their power, with their contact, with their speed. I mean, this is just a really good lineup. Here's the 2-2. It's going to be inside ball 3. Yeah, no, I definitely think the Phillies are one of the better teams. I think they could make a serious run. I think I actually picked them to win it all, to be honest with you. Here's the 3-2. Boehm sends this one foul. 3-2 count, bottom of the second. 1 out is your score. 1 out is your score. 1 out is where we stand. 1-0 is your score. And Phillies up over the Pirates. Here's the full count. Swing and a miss. He chased the ball high just above him, above the zone for out number 2. That's going to bring up Brandon Marsh, batting 185, OPS of 547. Molzinski sets. He faces the speedy Marsh and delivers. That's going to be high for strike one. Man. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. This is going to be fouled back. Strike two. 0-2 count to Brandon Marsh. That first pitch was pretty high, but it was called a strike. Umpire has been, according to the rectangle, of course, on the screen, according to the strike zone that I'm seeing, he's missed some pitches already here in the first few innings. That's going to be high for ball one. It's impacted both the Phillies and Pirates, so he's going both ways. But that zone is pretty big. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be high for ball two. 2-2 count, 2 outs, bottom of the second. Twos are wild. Molzinski sets and delivers. This one is sent to left. Solak is on the run and makes the catch for out number 3. So Phillies can't really do much there. So we head to the top of the third. Your score: Phillies 1, Pirates 0. Let's see here. What do we have? We have the Nationals up 10-2 over the Orioles. The Cleveland Indians, going to go ahead and say that here. They are tied with the Reds 0-0 at the top of the first. Mets up 3-2 over the... Oh, no, they beat the Yankees 3-2. Cubs over the White Sox 7-3. Blue Jays over the Tigers today 2-1. And the Rays have just defeated the Marlins 4-0. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do a bunch of random games. Today's random game is the Pirates-Phillies. Not so random with the Pirates, so if you're a Pirates fan, you should hit that subscribe button because I do them a lot. But, yeah, I guess you can do what you want. And again, if you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button. So I'll be doing that a lot in the fall. Look forward to it. Should be fun. And again, don't hesitate to comment down below. Talk about whatever you'd like. I do read them all. I do respond to pretty much everything because that chat's not going to be moving fast as I'm not really a big channel. So we're all just going to suffer here together. For all Pirates fans, and we're all suffering watching this team that is 45-0. It's very impressive, but yet we're 45-0 and we're still like not happy. I don't know. Maybe we're not 45-0. Maybe I may have lied there. 15-30, just not where we thought we would be. Which again, the signs were there. Didn't spend in free agency, but shoot, whatever. We'll all just be clowns, and I'll still pay for MLB TV. I don't know. Actually, if we don't make a big splash this year, this offseason or whatever, I don't know if I'll do it. Now I have to. I got to keep the streaming going. Dang it. Just ticks me off. All right, IKF is at the plate, batting 276. Here's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs, ball one. 1-0 counts, IKF, batting 276, OPS of 673. Here's the 1-0. IKF fouls this back. He has 1 home run and 8 RBIs to go along with that 276 batting average. Wheeler delivers, and this one's jammed him to Harper at first, who tosses to Wheeler for out number 1. So 1 away here at the top of the third. That's going to go back. We're going to go back to the top of the order, and O'Neal Cruz struck out in the first inning. He will be up. Batting 235, 819 OPS. Not a It's a very sad lineup when you look at it. I mean, you feel like you could do something with. Honestly, I feel very confident. Despite how they're playing, I would still feel confident. Cruz, McCutchen, Reynolds, Bart, and I think Horwitz could be something. But that's pretty much it. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be a called strike on the inside part of the plate. 8 home runs and 18 RBIs. Here's the 0-1. This one's going to be hit hard and hit foul. Oh, 2 count to Anil Cruz. You have to question to see if the Pirates even care anymore. Here's the swing and a miss in the dirt. He struck him out. Pirates, just again, when you're 15-30, it's easy to lose motivation. They live in Pittsburgh. The Brewers come to town on May 25th, and they have a McCutchen headband giveaway. So if you're a Pirate fan, a young bucko, definitely head out, or not if you want to boycott the team. I'm totally cool with that as well. Here's the first pitch to McCutchen as McCutchen sends this right, but foul. I'm cool with the boycott. I can accept that as well. 0-1 count. Wheeler delivers the 0-1. That's going to be inside, way inside for strike 2. Do plan on going back up to Pennsylvania. Of course, family is more on the eastern side of the state. Here's the 0-2. Chopper foul. This will happen late July, as I hope to catch a Reading Phillies game during that time. That'll be pretty fun. Reading Phillies. Don't think the Altoona Curve will be there. It's a shame. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be chopped foul. 0-2 count. Showing a bunch of Pirates fans in the stadium. Here's the 0-2. Checked his swing. And he went for strike 3. Love to see the view from that, but they're not going to do anything as we head to the bottom of the third. Your score, Phillies 1, Pirates nothing. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, Nationals up 10-2 over the Orioles. At the bottom of the ninth, Orioles pretty much, that's going to be a loss. Indians, Reds, they are tied 0-0. Mets, Yankees 3-2. That's final. Cubs, White Sox 7-3. That is final. Blue Jays, Tigers. Blue Jays winning 2-1. Rays winning 4-0 over the Marlins. Pretty much a rivalry week, or at least, you know, if you live close to a team, Pirates, Phillies, pretty close. Nationals, Orioles, pretty close. Guardians, Reds, pretty close. Well, Indians, Reds, whatever. Astros, Rangers, same state. Well, I don't really understand Braves, Red Sox. Twins, Brewers, pretty close. Cardinals, Royals, pretty close. Rockies, D-backs, close, you know, ish. Mariners, Padres, pretty close. Athletics, Giants, pretty close. Well, they were. I guess they're not anymore. I don't know where the Athletics play. Where do they play? Sacramento, right? It's got to be close. Battle of L.A., Dodgers, Angels, close. New York Mets, New York Yankees, Chicago White Sox, Chicago Cubs, Detroit, Toronto. That's literally right there beside each other. And then Tampa Bay and Miami. So rivalry weekend, kind of. Maybe just location rivalry. But if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I do a bunch of random games. Today's game is Pirates Phillies. Not so random if it's Pirates, to be honest with you. I've done a lot of Pirates games, but I do other games as well. This is my second Phillies game. And no, it wasn't a Phillies Pirates game that I did for the Phillies. Phillies and Mets. It was a while ago. But yeah, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button, as I'll be doing this in the fall, as that is swung on and missed by Bryson Stott. Stott's going to ask for time. As this camera keeps shifting that way, maybe if I just center it. There we go. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be down low for ball one. 1-1 count to Bryson Stott. Molzinski sets and delivers. That's inside ball two. 2-1 count. Sorry, getting messages. I can always check here. Okay, that is literally a waste of time. Molzinski sets. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled back. Bryson Stott batting .257, OPS of .700, 3 home runs, 21 RBIs, and he's going to use his timeout. Two and 2 count. Battle of Pennsylvania. Wearing camo hats today. Support of the military. That's going to be away for ball three. In fact, the catcher's gear is also like that. It's pretty cool. 3-2 count. Thank you to all those who have served. I know Trisk and Nick also. They have. Appreciate you guys. 3-2. This one is hit to right. Reynolds is actually giving up on us. That one is way gone. Oh, man, it just kept going. And just like that, the Phillies double their lead. It's now 2-0. Stott just crushed that one. Just kept going and going and going. Didn't really look much off the bat. But no, it just kept on going, and that's a golf swing. That's what the color guy just said. I agree. Just kind of scooped it up. That's going to bring up Trey Turner, and that one is fouled. He is 1 for 1. Infield single in his first appearance. A light little tapper to Hayes. Hayes was coming in. Hayes couldn't quite beat him with the throw. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be outside ball two. A 1-1 count. Even the Pirates broadcast is bringing up how many runs we'll score. Like, is it even possible? Swing and a miss. Strike two. 1-2 count to Trey Turner. Pirates just, it's a rough one. It's a rough year. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be sliced to Horowitz. Horowitz is going to take it himself and step on the bag for out number one. Again, don't hesitate to talk about whatever you'd like. Talk about the Pirates, talk about the Phillies, talk about Steelers, talk about the Eagles, talk about whatever you guys would like. Again, this is a chat for you guys, by you guys. Talk about whatever you'd like. Let's bring up Bryce Harper, 1 for 1. Man, .253 OPS of .806, 7 home runs, 25 RBIs. Molzinski sets and delivers. That's going to be high for ball one. 1-0 count. Molzinski sets and delivers. That's going to be in there for ball two. This umpire is, again, like I mentioned earlier, just not that great. In fact, this might be the worst one I've seen all year. Oh, they're saying foul tip. Okay, 1-1. Look at that. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's inside. Ball 2. Lisinski already at 57 pitches. Don't really expect him to go too far, as I see that. Did not matter. 2-1 count. That's going to be outside, ball 3. Oh my gosh, this thing. It's not exactly... I got this as a gift. I'm thankful for it, but doesn't do what you want it to do all the time. 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. Harper sends this down the left field line. That's going to go foul. 3-2 count. They're going to review this play that Horwitz threw out Harper at home. Very nice play by Horwitz in the first inning. Here's the 3-2. That's way outside. Ball 4. Lisinski loses him as Harper walks. And that's going to bring up Kyle Schwarber, who is 1 for 1. He ripped it down the right field line earlier. Had an RBI from it as well. Pirates just, it's a rough year. Will we see change? Probably not. We probably will never see it as long as Nutting is the owner. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be fouled back. Sell the team, Bob Nutting, please. Schwarber with 15 home runs and 35 RBIs on the year. Just absolutely crushing it. We might have a few players hit 15 this year. I don't know. We'll see. This guy's already has it in May. Here's the 0-1. That's down low for ball 1. A 1-1 count. Lisinski sets. We're going to have a pickoff attempt, but Harper is back safe and sound as we just rain down the boos. A 1-1 count. Pirates, honestly, not even going to lie, if we played the Rockies right now, would not surprise me if we got swept. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be outside for strike 2. Schwarber seems annoyed. Kind of remember that famous incident between him and Angel Hernandez, slamming his helmet down, telling him how bad he's been all night for both teams. Might do that tonight. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Schwarber walks back frustrated. And that's going to bring up Nick Castellanos, batting .276, OPS of .734. Lisinski looks over at first. Here's the pitch. That's going to be chopped foul. In fact, that was chopped off Joey Bart's foot. So 0-1 count. Umpire, of course, coming halfway to toss the ball. Kind of the new thing now. I like it. Gives the catcher time to recover there briefly. Lisinski already at 65 pitches. Here's the 0-1. And this one is hit shallow left. And that's going to get down. Unbelievable. It was up there forever. It hits just right of the left field line and bounces into the left field crowd. So that is I guess a ground rule double. What a bounce that was. Just kicked immediately to the left. So Castellanos gets a double, and that's going to bring up Max Kepler. Castellanos at second. Harper at third, and that's going to be outside ball 1. Kepler batting .218, OPS of .680, 5 home runs, 15 RBIs. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be in there, called strike. 1-1 count to Kepler. Mlodzinski sets. Again, you have the free base. Here's the pitch. And this one is popped up. Shallow. Hayes is under it and makes the catch for out number 3. So the Phillies tack on 1 due to the Stott home run. It's 2-0 Phillies as we head to the top of the 4th. All right, it's interleague rivalry weekend, I guess. Not really interleague because the Pirates, Phillies, but most of the time it's where most of these teams are interleague. So Indians 0, Red 0, Astros, Rangers are still not playing yet. Mets, Yankees. Mets are up 3-2. Or no, they won 3-2 over the Yankees. Cubs won 7-3 over the White Sox. Blue Jays won 2-1 over the Tigers. Nationals winning 10-6 over the Orioles just now. And the Rays won 4-0 over the Marlins. How many times will the Phillies hit this weekend with 2 on? You'd be out of fingers. I'll tell you that much. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to do my best again. I'm already feeling the tiredness from earlier. And, of course, just seeing the Pirates struggle almost every time now. It's rough. But I'm going to hang in there because I'm a hero. But if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Again, if you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button as I'm doing that later down the road. I did a UFL game today. Had really happy with myself. Really good views, I'd say. Really solid. I thought it went pretty well. And again, don't be a stranger. Feel free to comment, chat. We'll talk about whatever you like. Steelers, Eagles, Pirates, Phillies, NFL, MLB. Talk about whatever you want. It's fine. It's really just a sports channel with, NFL, MLB kind of being the main thing. But you can talk about whatever you want, man. We're just here. We're all sports fans, all just hanging out. As we show a meet and greet here. Bednar and Reynolds just meeting with some cancer people battling some cancer. That's pretty neat. All right. I have one finger to count on. Yeah, okay. That's going to be down low for ball 1. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside ball 2. 2-0 count to Brian Reynolds, who is in a huge slump. Just he is someone that starts off slow, but this is kind of getting a little concerning. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be down low for ball 2. 2-1 count to Brian Reynolds. Preakness is about to race. I'm not much of a horse race guy, but I don't know if you have money on him. Well, I'm pulling for you, as that is going to be right down the middle for strike 2. 2-2 count to the former All-Star. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be high for ball 3. Reynolds did walk in the first inning. Three-two count. Wheeler delivers the 3-2. Reynolds stays alive. Honestly, I'm not much of a horse racing person, but to be honest with you, I'd probably rather watch that right now than see the Pirates. I'm so sad about them. Here's the 3-2. This one's going to be chopped foul. So Reynolds staying alive. As I guess he's working that pitch count for Zach Wheeler. 3-2 count. Wheeler delivers, and this one's again fouled off. As the Reynolds he's fighting this off, trying to stay alive, trying to get back into the groove of things. Usually heats up in June. He loves June. In fact, I can probably look that up for you guys a little bit. Yeah, probably in the half inning here. Here's the 3-2. This one's again fouled off. So Brian Reynolds staying alive. I'll go ahead and begin the Google search. So here's the John Burkett. Again, I was asked a lot of questions that day. I really appreciated it. Hold on. Here's the 3-2. And this one, a little blooper to center. And that one's going to drop. And that's going to, Brian Reynolds is going to get a hit here as they show the Pirates fans really happy about that. Reynolds has had no hits in those last 5 games. I can just looking at that right now. That's actually crazy, and he's been in a huge slump. Let me see if I can find we can do the splits here. Career splits. This is Joey Bart. That's going to be down low, ball 1. Apparently he's 0 for 21 in his last. That is actually insane. Go ahead and look at this June clip here. Tell me that's not crazy. Just going to leave that up for you guys to soak that in. If you can't read it, I'll go ahead and say it here. 1-0 count becomes a 1-1. So OPS by month. March and April, OPS is 764. In May, his OPS is a 766. In June, his OPS is a 981. Absolutely impressive. 1-1 count to Bart. That's going to be down low, ball 2. But then, for some reason, in July, it's his lowest OPS. That turns into 724. In August, he heats up again, 839 OPS. And then in September, October, OPS of 781. So he pretty much takes a few months to get going. But ideally, we've never seen it this bad for this long. That's what's so concerning about Brian Reynolds. Hopefully, history repeats himself and he heats up in June once more, as that one is going to be fouled back. Bart 277, OPS is 747, 1 home run, 10 RBIs. Not doing too shabby, though you'd expect a little bit more power from Bart. And we got a timeout here by the batter. Two count. Wheeler sets and delivers. That's going to be down low, ball 3. Three-two count. Pirates are kind of working Wheeler here. He's already at 60 pitches now. Was doing pretty good the first few. The first inning allowed 20, but then second and third were pretty quick. Bart fouls this one off his leg. So 6 picks. Oh, look at that. So they're just working it. Looks like Bart broke his bat. Reynolds seems to Deadpool in July. It is the All-Star break that gets him out of sync. Sometimes he is an all-star. So I don't know about that, but perhaps you never know. That few days off after. All right, 3-2 count. Wheeler sets. Here's the pitch. That's going to be chopped to third. There's 1 and 2. A double play. So Bart grounds into a double play as there's now 2 away for the Pirates, which was the shame. That would have been ball 4. Swings inside again. You got to protect, but that's a shame because the Pirates had worked the count pretty well. Unfortunately, that does not seem to matter. That's going to bring up Spencer Horwitz. His second appearance now or second plate appearance for the Pirates. That's going to be a called strike. He didn't like that, but it looked good in the box. Oh, the Preakness. Who you got this year? By the way, the All-Star break, Denny. I don't know who Denny is. That's going to be high for ball 1. Is a break from the routine whether you play. Yeah, I know. That's what I said. I said maybe the few days off messes with them. 1-1 count. Wheeler delivers. Breaking ball in there for ball 2. Ooh, like I said, this umpire is not that great. 2-1 count. To Spencer Horwitz. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Going for a big swing there. I believe Horwitz is using a torpedo bat. Let me look at that again. Oh, yeah, that's a torpedo. That's what literally the announcer just said. Look at that. I'm ahead of him. I'm too good. And this one is ripped just foul. Oh, and the ball girl can't make the play. Oh, you hate to see that. Look at that. Torpedo bat. I was ahead of Joe Block. I'm just that good. I beat him by a pitch. Here's the 2-2. Chopper to second. Throws to first for out number 3. So the Pirates unable to do much there as we head to the bottom of the 4th. The Phillies up 2-0 over the Pirates. All right, let's see what we got here. Indians, Reds, 0-0, top of the 3rd. Astros, Rangers, 0-0, top of the 1st. Final scores. Mets over the Yankees, 3-2. Cubs over the White Sox, 7-3. Blue Jays over the Tigers, 2-1. Nationals over the Orioles, 10-6. Rays over the Marlins, 4-0. And again, there's other stuff going on. I think there might be an NBA game on tonight. I know there's some MLS. You can find that right here, of course. Let me check, because I'm actually interested here. NBA. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just tripping. But I'm just kind of, I don't know. I like to know what's going on. I don't really watch much NBA, but I like to know what's happening. As we do not have a game tonight. Just have Game 7 tomorrow. Nuggets Thunder. That'll be pretty cool. Don't think I call that one. Don't really do much NBA. Feel like we'd see hit that subscribe button. Wow, Deuces Wild can't even help them. Yeah, well, Deuces Wild hasn't done jack for anything I say now. Whenever it's Deuces Wild or ones, whatever, like nothing good happens anymore. It's just nothing. But yeah, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I call it random games. Today's game is Pirates Phillies. And again, if you're a Phillies fan, well, this is not just a Pirates channel. It's an MLB channel, mostly an NFL channel. But again, I'm doing MLB games until the regular season ends pretty much. So that'll be what I do. Again, NFL and college football is my primary focus. Looking forward to that once football season is here. Again, trying to do as many UFL games as possible. I don't think I'll be able to do one this weekend. We'll see though. We're gonna try. as Real Muto is going to come up to the plate to face Mlodzinski. This one is snagged. Oh, what a great play by Mlodzinski. Right at him. Reaches out, sticks a glove out, and then tosses it to first for out number 1. Mlodzinski running all the way there to make sure he gets the out. How does one ground out with a torpedo bat? Pretty bad. Okay, that's not true. That's not true. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 0-1 count. Bohm struck out in the second. 259 batting average. 2 home runs, 14 RBIs. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside. Ball 1. 1-1 count. Mlodzinski sets and delivers. That's outside for ball 2. Hour 17 has been the game time. Actually, no, I should say they started at 07, I think. So an hour 11 in the 4th inning. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Wow, in the real world, journalism usually doesn't even compete anymore. Going to see a comeback for journalism now that the horses have run their 1-5, 1/5. The owners can drink their 5th. I don't understand. Sorry. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be outside ball 3. 3-2 count. Joey Wentz is in the bullpen warming up for the Pirates. Three-two count. Delivers. This one is popped foul. Three-two count. Mlodzinski already had 76 pitches here in the 4th. Here's the 3-2. This one's going to be hit to right, and that's going to drop for a base hit. So Bohm gets on here in the bottom of the 4th with 1 away. You can't trust the news, but you can trust journalism to run a good race. I get it now. Journalism is a horse. Okay, see? Don't really know that. Not much of a horse guy, but again, it'd probably be more exciting than watching the Pirates freaking play, as this is Brandon Marsh. As Marsh is going to hit this to left, and that is probably going to get down. It does. Solak there is able to get there. He's running to, oh man, Marsh is in there with a stand-up double. Bohm is at third, so just like that, 2 runners in scoring position for the Phillies. 2 straight pitches have already, yeah, that's just unfortunate. Solak he has some speed, but he late jump there. I don't know if he just didn't get a good read on it. Good effort, though, to cut the ball off. You're funny. Then again, I don't know who that is. Preakness, the horses run, I think, 1/5 of a mile, and the owners drink 1/5, which is a bottle of alcohol. I don't know much about horse racing. I'm sorry. So Mlodzinski is actually going to head out. So pitching change here in the bottom of the 4th. Just absolutely shameful that the Pirates are just this bad. As it's going to be Joey Wentz. No relation to Carson Wentz. I'm going to open up this cheese stick thing. .9 kilometers. The ponies are always fun to watch and lose some money on. Yeah. The closest I've gotten to horse betting is on GTA 5. I actually played that a few 2 weekends ago? And yeah, we were doing the horse racing and went to the casino after we did some of the missions. Lost 150 grand. It's so dumb. Oh man, it's that time where I'm just starting to talk about anything else. Commercial break, by the way, if you're just joining in. So I do apologize. Really, you're not missing anything if you are expecting a game. Pirates looking like the Pirates, 2 hits through 4, whilst the Phillies have 7 hits. They've already knocked out. They just knocked out Mlodzinski, pitching change here. So I don't know. This could be a long night. I really hope not. I'd like to see some comeback, some fight, but if you're 15-30, what fight do you have? But I don't know. I don't know what to do with this Pirates franchise anymore. It's just terrible. It's just so sad and disappointing, especially when you have a talent such as Paul Skeens. He's going to want out. He wants to win. This is unacceptable to him, but he's doing everything he can to look good, and I don't blame him. Doesn't want to be a jerk about it, as that's a swing and a miss, strike 1. So we'll see. Hopefully they're able to keep him, but I imagine this was a year where, hey, you needed to show him that you guys are serious, or somewhat serious. As, pardon me, here is the 0-1 to Wentz. And this one is going to be hit into left. That's going to get 1 run in. And looks like they're both going home. And they both score. And just like that, it's 4-0. Marsh was literally a few seconds behind Bohm. They both came in pretty much at the same time. Bohm was kind of waiting. Bohm tagged up Marsh. That is crazy. 1, 2, literally just 2 runs in a second. My son doesn't like sports, but at least I got him into horse racing. I'm a sports junkie. Okay, hey, whatever works. Whatever works. And that's going to bring up Trey Turner. And throw over there to Stott. And that boos come out. Mlodzinski just not really happy. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit foul. Mlodzinski's like, well, I could have stayed in and done that. I could have stayed in and allowed those runs myself. 0-1 count here to Trey Turner. Is 1 for 2 with the single. Did score a run as well. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be in there. Stott does steal the base successfully. They're actually calling that a ball. Again, another call by the umpire, which, and he's calling it both ways, but that's just a really bad night here by the umpire. So, son of a biscuit and not sea biscuit. Phillies will score again. The Pirates give up 3+ more run, 3+ innings. That's a line drive right to Hayes. What a play for out number 2. Oh, yeah, the Pirates give up more 3+ run innings than any Tim. The major's Tim. Hard hit right to Hayes. Hayes makes a good play. Look at that. Good stuff. All right. It's going to bring up Bryce Harper. Wentz sets and delivers. And Harper sends this to left, and it is going to drop on the warning track. And you'll never guess what the Phillies just do again. They score, as it's now 5-0 Phillies. Team. Yeah, there's no team. There's no team here in Pittsburgh. So Harper hits pretty well against the lefties, and he shows it there. Driving in the run. Stott was running, of course. He scored no problem. Harper hustling to second. That's going to bring up Kyle Schwarber. 1 for 2 with RBI. You're a savant. Here's first pitch. That's going to be in there, called strike. It's just that type of night. It's that type of night for the Buccos. Again, Schwarber with 15 home runs already. Again, we'll be lucky to see 3 Pirates over that. I'd like to see it. Here's the 0-1. Schwarber pops it up back behind home plate. 0-2 count. Count, runner on second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. The Phillies up 5-0. This has turned into a Pirates therapy session. Here's the 0-2. That's in the dirt for ball 1. One and 2 count here to Kyle Schwarber, the former Cub. Crushed Garrett Cole's baseball. I remember that. That's what I think about Kyle Schwarber. And that bat flip. And Sean Rodriguez wanted to fight the entire Cubs team. Here's the 1-2. That's down low, ball 2. So Sean Rodriguez couldn't fight the Cubs team, so he fought a water cooler. Harper, I needed him to go over the fence. You'll have to take the double. I mean, that's pretty good. He might. Hey, this game, I mean, shoot, with the Pirates, I'd say that's very doable. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Schwarber didn't like that he swung at that. Wentz is mad, or at least fake mad. As we head to the top of the 5th, your score, Phillies 5, Pirates 0. All right, let's see what we got here. Indians, Reds 0-0. Astros up 1-0 on the Rangers, top of the 2nd. Twins up 1-0 over the Brewers at the bottom of the 1st. Cardinals, Royals, they're just now getting underway. Braves up 3-0 over the Red Sox. That's it for completed games. Mets, Yankees. Mets win 3-2. Cubs over the White Sox 7-3. Blue Jays over the Tigers 2-1. Nationals over the Orioles 10-6. And the Rays over the Marlins 4-0. Again, if you're here, well, I appreciate you sticking with me. I cover these games, and if you're not subscribed, just subscribe. I don't see why it wouldn't be the worst thing you would do. I promise it wouldn't be. It's free. It won't cost you a dime. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have much of a sales pitch anymore. I'm just kind of depressed that the Pirates are just this bad. I'll still be here, though, I promise. I will be doing this all the way until September, which, again, if you're a Phillies fan, just know that it's not just Pirates on this channel. I do other teams. For some reason, the NL is literally what I do. I don't know why. It's just worked out that way. You should look NL, 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 AL. Look at that. And then Pirates, Angels, AL, NL, 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 Pirates, AL, again, NL, Pirates, AL. So I've only done one game where it's been both AL teams. Couldn't tell you why. I really couldn't. But again, I do thank everyone for stopping by and letting me be your entertainment tonight as I try to stay awake because this Pirates team bores me to death. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be right down the middle to Solak, strike 1. Solak, a new Pirate, just claimed off of waivers, batting .250. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be in there, called strike. 0-2. Count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to short. Turner throws to first for out number 1. So 1 away here for the Pirates, and that's going to bring up Brian Hayes. He's 1 for 1. Gonna eat some cheese. Colby Jack cheese, by the way, if anyone wants to ask or wondering. Swing and miss, strike 1. Am I weird for not liking cheddar cheese? I don't know. I just feel like it's too much. Here's the 0-1. That's a swing and a miss, strike 2. Oh, and 2 count. Wheeler delivers the 0-2. That's going to be high for ball 1. Hayes, 258, 1 home run, 15 RBIs, OPS of 627. Honestly, that's pretty good for him. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be outside ball 2. In fact, I kind of just want to see that again. So far as I am concerned, I'm not too sure. Harper can jump over. Really, I love Harper. I like Harper. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be a strike 3 on the outside corner. Just got a little piece of that strike zone. So 2 away here. As I look at Brian Hayes tapping his helmet, wanted to challenge that. I think he would have lost it just barely. All right, yeah, OPS actually did pretty good. We need more 2023 Hayes. That's going to be down low ball. I know he started off really slow and then heated up at the end of the year. And then last year he regressed badly. 1-0 count to Adam Frazier. He's 0 for 1 on the day. That's going to be inside ball 1. I like Bryce too, but I am miffed at the ineptitude of those Pirates. Well, I mean, hey, I'm the one that has to watch them. You guys just listen. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be in there, called strike. 2-1 count. Honestly, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to really think about Pirates game. I really want to watch them, but I just don't want to watch them when they're like this. So we're going to miss strike 2. I might just reserve it for literally just Paul Skeen starts. And maybe Jared Jones when he comes back up. And maybe some of Mitch Keller. But Mitch Keller is so inconsistent. Like, he could look like an ace one night and then look like the worst pitcher in the league the other. Here's the 2-2. That is going to be fouled back. 2-2 count here, top of the 5th. Your score, Phillies 5, Pirates nothing. If you're a betting man, I would probably say don't bet on the Pirates. Here's the 2-2. Chopper to second. Throws on to first for out number 3. So nothing doing there for the Pirates as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Your score, Phillies 5, Pirates nothing. All right, Indians, Reds 0-0. Astros 1, Rangers nothing. Braves 3, Red Sox 0, Twins 1, Brewers 0, Cardinals 0, Royals 0. That's the end of the current games. As far as the games that ended, Mets over the Phillies Mets over the Yankees 3-2. Cubs over the White Sox 7-3. Blue Jays over the Tigers 2-1. Nationals over the Orioles 10-6. Rays over the Marlins 4-0. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I know it's probably really depressing to watch this guy, but if you think I'm still doing a great job, hey, that's awesome because I know I'm not. But if you think I am, that's fantastic. Thank you very much. And, yeah, I could use that subscription. Again, I don't need your money. Keep the money. Subscribe. Don't pay. You're good. Don't worry about it. If you're a football fan, definitely hit that subscribe button as we're doing a lot of football in the fall. And again, I'll try to do as many UFL games as possible. It's just really hard to do so with my work schedule. It's kind of granted today off and taking advantage of it with 2 streams. Again, don't hesitate to chat in the chat, comment in the comments, whatever you want to talk about. Comment, chat, comment. Talk about whatever you'd like. That's fine with me. So do up for the Phillies, Castellanos, Kepler, and Realmuto. They are combined 1 for 6. So part of the lineup where the Pirates have had success today, but new pitcher. Wentz, I believe, is still staying out there, but Molzinski, of course, had the success on these three. All right. So we see Phillies fans just kind of making fun of Pirates fans. I don't blame them, as that one is fouled back. Strike one. Castellanos batting .281. OPS of .747. Wentz delivers the 0-1. That's going to be down for ball one. One for two with the double in the third. I believe that was that really high pop-up that landed and then bounced into foul territory. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike two, as he was going for it there. Jeez, 1-2 count. Wentz licking and licking the lip, or the fingers. Wentz sets and delivers. This one's hit to left, but Solak is there to make the catch for out number one. So that's going to bring up Max Kepler. He's 0 for 2 on the day, batting .217, OPS of .676. Wentz delivers, and that's going to be outside ball one. One-0 count. This game has went how it probably was going to go. I just was optimistic. Here's the 1-0 in the dirt, ball two. I don't know why I was optimistic, but I was for some reason. 2-0 count to Max Kepler. Wentz delivers the 2-0 outside ball three. 3-0 count to Kepler, probably taken all the way. Yeah, it's a lefty on lefty. You think Wentz would be attacking, but not the case. Here's the 3-0 in the dirt, ball four. He walked him. And I guess he really just wanted to face one of the better hitting catchers in major leagues, JT Realmuto. Of course, he is 0 for 2 on the night and is somewhat struggling this year. Batting .239, OPS of .709. Kepler sets and delivers. That's going to be in the dirt, ball one. 1-0 count. Oh for 2 with 2 groundouts. Wentz delivers. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike one. 1-1 count. Realmuto is just staying alive here as he hits it in between short and third. So just like that, you have 2 runners on as Phillies are doing that little thing there. So with 2 runners on, that's going to bring up Alec Boehm, batting .264, OPS of .660. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be inside ball one. The announcers, commentators for the Pirates are doing their best to try to keep this somewhat entertaining, but one of them was literally just trying to shake himself. They literally showed him. Stay awake here. 1-2 count, or 1-0 count. Boom, pops it up, but that one is going to be fouled back. 1-1 count. One and one count. Wentz delivers the 1-1. This one's going to be fouled back for strike two. Oh, nice. We got a bot. Hey, bot, subscribe. I don't even know if I have the power to. Let's go ahead and. Never mind. Don't subscribe. All right. This one's going to be chopped to foul. One and two count. Pirates down 5-0. Phillies looking to add on to this lead. Wentz delivers the 1-2. That's in the dirt. Ball two. 2-2 count. Wentz looks over at Kepler and delivers. This one is once again fouled back. So I try to get comfortable here. 2-2 count. Two and two count. Here's the pitch. This one's going to be hit to right, but Reynolds is there to make the catch for out number two. And Kepler was not tagging up. He thought it was going to land, so he's forced to stay at second. And that's going to bring up Brandon Marsh. He is 1 for 2 with the run scored, of course. Batting 194 on the year, 575 OPS. 1 home run, 8 RBIs is Brandon Marsh. Here's the pitch. That's going to be sliced foul. Wentz sets. And delivers. Swing and a miss. For strike two. 0-2 count here to Marsh. Phillies up 5-0. And looking for some more runs with runners on first and second. Wentz delivers. That's in the dirt. Did check his swing, but I don't think he went for ball one. 1-2 count. Packed house. Jeez, I don't know if the Pirates will ever have that again. At least for this year. Wentz delivers the 1-2 in the dirt. Ball two. Two and two count to Brandon Marsh. Wentz delivers the 2-2. This one is going to be hit foul. So I'll do this again. Man. I'm fighting to stay in it. 2-2 count. Wentz delivers. It's going to be upstairs, ball 3. Unbelievable, man. Jeez, 3-2 count. Wentz sets and delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Phillies strand a couple there as Phillies are still leading 5-0 as we head to the top of the 6th. Again, I do appreciate you guys sticking around. If there's a few people here, I appreciate you guys. Indians up 1-0 over the Reds. Astros up 1-0 over the Rangers. Braves up 3-0 over the Red Sox. Twins up 2-0 over the Brewers. Cardinals, Royals 0-0. That one's just now getting underway. Mets, Yankees, that is final 3-2. Cubs up 7-3 over the White Sox. Blue Jays up 2-1 over the Tigers. Nationals up 10-6 over the Orioles. Rays up 4-0 over the Marlins. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Really, if you're a sports fan, I don't even think you would like what you see tonight. I'm not even going to lie. So just hit that subscribe button. I'm not even going to tell you if it's good. Just subscribe. Usually, I have more energy. I did a game earlier. Maybe I have to redo that line of thinking as maybe give myself a little more time in between games. Probably will to do that. Of course, when the baseball game is not exciting and your team is getting blown out, it makes it worse. So I feel like if it was back-to-back football games, I'll be fine. I will be doing that no problem. Because football is just I can talk about football all day. Baseball, it can be boring, especially when your Pirates are just garbage. So yeah, this is rough. So IKF is due up in the top of the 6th. It's going to be IKF, O'Neal Cruz, and Andrew McCutchen. Those will be the 3. All right. As they show Hannah Mears, I'm sure the action is about to Man, I guess we just don't want to show the game. All right, there we go. Wheeler delivers, and that's going to be in there, called strike. Oh, 1 count. Maybe the Pirates can get something going here. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball up the middle. Turner gets it, throws to first, and IKF is able to beat it out. Nice hustle there as Falefa gets an infield hit. So that's something here, maybe. And that's going to bring up O'Neal Cruz. He's 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. Batting .223, OPS of .813 on the year. Don't know what the problem is. Okay, there we go. We're now getting back in the box. Wheeler sets and delivers. That's going to be down and in for ball 1. One-0 count to Cruz. That's in the dirt. Ball 2. Cruz again batting .233, OPS of .813, 8 home runs, 18 RBIs. Two-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for strike one. May have caught a little bit of the zone, but still just been a little bit wild tonight with his calls. 2-1 count. Wheeler sets and delivers. Ground ball to second. There's one. And it looks like they can't turn two, so Cruz just beats it out as they get the one force at second. So it's one away here in the top of the sixth with one man on. That's going to bring up Andrew McCutchen. Batting .250 on the year, OPS of .724. So he gets a nice little cheer from the crowd, showing their respect and appreciation for him. Did play in Philadelphia for a year or two. Of course, he is just a legend regardless. Here's the pitch. This one's going to be hit foul. 0-1 count to McCutchen. Phillies up 5-0, as you can probably see in the scoreboard. Just absolute depression. Wheeler looks over and delivers. And this one's going to be foul to the net as all the fans got scared. That net is usually pretty good. Shouldn't allow that baseball to squeeze through, but guess you never know. 0-2 count. Wheeler looks over and delivers. That's going to be outside, ball one. 1-2 count to McCutchen. 7 away from Larry Bowa on the all-time hit list. He's at 2184, tied with Joe Carter, past Keith Hernandez a few days ago. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three on a ball way inside. So he strikes out. McCutchen usually has such a great eye, but you can just, again, the season is just getting to him. You can just tell. I mean, these players just have nothing to play for. The good ones just don't care anymore. In steps in Brian Reynolds, batting 199. Nice to see him. It would be nice to see him get above 200. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be outside, ball one. Did snap an 0-for-21 streak. That batting average just kept going down and down and down. Now Reynolds trying to get something going here. Here's the 1-0, and that's a swing and a miss. Strike one. Reynolds is 1 for 1 with the walk today. More than one count. And we got a batter timeout as Reynolds has something in his eye. One count to Brian Reynolds. Wheeler sets as Wheeler's at 94 pitches. Here's the pitch. Foul tip into the catcher's glove. Strike two. 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2. That's outside for ball two. Ferguson is up in the bullpen. Wheeler sets. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third. Bohm throws to first for out number 3. So nothing doing for the Pirates there as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Your score, Phillies 5, Pirates nothing. right, let's see what's going on here. Indians, Reds, 1-1. Both of them scoring a run in this 5th inning. Astros up 1-0 over the Rangers in the bottom of the 3rd. Cardinals, Royals, 0-0. Braves, Red Sox, 3-0. Braves leading that one. Twins up over the Brewers, 3-0 as well. Mets over the Yankees, 3-2. Cubs over the White Sox, 7-3. Blue Jays over the Tigers, 2-1. Nationals over the Orioles, 10-6. Rays over the Marlins, 4-0. I can't really tell you if you like what you see, because really it's not really a great stream, not really a great performance, not really great nothing doing. Subscribe if you're willing to give me another chance. If you're not subscribed already, that's pretty much it. This is just I don't even know. I'm still doing this just because I can't quit in the middle of a game. I actually did that once already, and that was a basketball and my only NBA game, which I did do that. I literally had nobody there through the first quarter, so I just I'm not having fun. No one's here. Shut it down. That's literally what happened. Literally happened. So yeah, Phillies up 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Pirates just looking lethargic, uninterested, kind of like me right now. So, but I'm not getting paid a lot of money. So there's that. And it's going to be Bryson Stott. He is 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Again, Stott had that home run. So they show a replay of that home run and the 2 RBIs he added on, so 3 RBIs for him. That 266, OPS of 736 is Bryson Stott. Caleb Ferguson is replacing Joey Wentz. Ferguson delivers. That's going to be outside ball 1. A lot of pitches outside for the Pirates tonight. I guess they just think they can make him chase. Ferguson, 5.0 ERA. I remember when that ERA was a 1. And he's only pitched 18 innings, so yeah. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 1-1 count. Okay, let's pick it up. Let's top. Ooh. That's a great question. Thank you. You saved me, Nick. I'm not even going to look at that real quick. Here's the 1-1. Outside ball 2. Okay. Jerry Rice. Randy Moss. T.O. 2-1 count. That's in there called strike. Probably some bias here. Antonio Brown, greatest pound-for-pound receiver I've ever seen. 2-2 count. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Look at that. Talk football and they start doing good. 90s, 80s. Can't really include 70s and 80s, really. Unless it's Jerry, obviously. Jerry, 80s and 90s. And part of the 2000s. 90s. I didn't see Sterling. No way on T.O. Hey, man, he produced. He did. He is cancer. I wouldn't want him. That's going to be sliced down the right field line. That's foul. Calvin Johnson, maybe? I don't know. Let me just look at it. Let me just look. So I'm sure I can. Let me just look at him, and then I'll make the picks here. Jerry, Randy, T.O. I like Antonio. I still like Antonio. Checked his swing. Did not go. I mean, I would have to say these 3. Harrison's probably. I mean, I don't know if I would consider him great. I mean, he obviously is ranked high. There's the list. He had more drops than any other receiver. Yeah, but he's still look at the production though. I mean, 1,500 yards. I get what you're saying. I wouldn't want him. That's in there for a called strike, but they're not calling it. So that's a ball. As Ferguson hates that. Yeah, this umpire is terrible. Yeah, I'm going to go with Rice, Moss. Okay, I guess I really can't include. It has to be careers, huh? You can't just say Antonio Brown. That's going to be fouled back. What the heck? They just shut off the coverage to Pitt Sportsnet. Hold on. What the heck just happened? Pardon me, guys. Sorry, I just literally lost the game. Other games are good. Broadcast options. Give me NBC Sports. I'm moving to Phillies. I'm on the Philly one now. Okay. Sorry, Nick. Give me a few seconds here. All right, we're good. I'm on the Philadelphia Phillies network now. All right, yeah. Rice, Moss, Owens. Jeez, that's tough. Chopper, foul. I think Larry's overrated. I think he just played so long. I don't know. Randy Moss, Chris Carter, Larry, and Art Monk. I don't know much about Art Monk. Chris Carter, yeah, he was really good. Larry, I mean, I understand you Cardinals. I get it. Larry was good. That's going to be inside ball 3. My thing is with Larry, never considered better than any of the receivers he played with during that time. You know, like people would take Johnson in his prime over Larry. Wayne, Holt, I think they're all, I just view them better. Julio, Antonio, Steve Smith, like their primes, I just feel like, oh yeah, I know, he did not have great quarterbacks. He had Kurt Warner, and that's pretty much it. This is going to be a fly out to center. I don't know. There's just something about Larry. People say he's so good, and he was, but I don't know. There's just something about him that just maybe I guess I didn't see a lot of Cardinals games. That might be part of the reason why. I mean, I didn't. But I just feel like the other guys' peaks were better. That's what's the thing with Larry. That's going to be outside ball 1. Chris Carter's a good pick. Larry, I see he's number 4 on this list. I mean, you look at it. Go ahead and move myself. It's not like it matters. This freaking Pirates, bro. They freaking suck. Here's the 1-0. Harper, ground ball. Falefa there gets the out for out number 3. I'm just sick and tired of the Pirates, man. Sick and tired of 15-31 is about to be. So this is the list. This is where they rank. This is purely like Hall of Fame scale. I don't know if I could put Larry in the top 5. It's tough for me to do that. I forgot about Reggie Wayne. Yeah, Andre and Julio. Megatron was really good. Again, you can go over Larry and Monk. Yeah, I don't know much about Art Monk. Let me go. I see he's on here. I mean, a Hall of Famer. So he must have been pretty good. I mean, I'm keeping in mind that the stats, obviously, for the time, the eras, because obviously these stats aren't great, but 5 1,000-yard seasons, I mean, that's not that fantastic, to be honest with you. But, again, I'm keeping in mind the eras. The strikes. They had 2 strikes, I think. One in the 90s, one in the 80s. I thought they kept playing, though. I don't know. I guess Art Monk was just a freak. But then again, I feel like Antonio Brown, pound for pound, the greatest receiver I've ever seen. He could do it all. He was like 6 foot, but he played like 6'5". That's a tough question. Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, T.O. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you made good points. I just was great, but he had bad QBs as well and was against Jerry Rice. I see. Okay. Torrey Holt was pretty good, too. I grew up liking Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce. I really liked just, the Rams. I remember a little bit of The Greatest Show on Turf, and Mark Bolger was good for a little bit because of all the weapons he had. Shoot, that's tough. But I would just do Jerry, Randy, T.O., A.B. That's just my personal list. Number 5 could really go anybody. Swing and a miss. Joey Bart, strike 1. I feel like 5 I could change on every day. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be a low ball one. I feel like 5 I'm going to say for today, Torrey Holt. Tomorrow it could be literally someone else. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. That one's going to be fouled back. Oh, I love Hines Ward. Oh, dude, Hines Ward, underrated as crap. Played in a run-first offense first few years. I know he's down here. But, I mean, this is on a run-first offense, okay? This is with the bus. And even then, had Willie Parker. Didn't really start throwing the ball until about 2009, really. And by then, he was already old. I love Hines Ward. Hines Ward, I don't even know if you've ever he did drop a pass. That's a swing and a miss by Joey Bart, and the ball way inside. Look at that scope. Let's go Pirates. Hines Ward will never get, I don't think he'll go to the Hall of Fame. He should be, in my opinion. Again, did all this on a run-first offense. People just do not bring that up. I try to take everything into account, which, again, I didn't really take the Larry thing into account. Didn't play with great quarterbacks, but still produced. And I get it. I don't know. I don't know if it's the fact that I didn't see him much in his prime, which I did. I feel like I did. I don't know. I don't feel like he was ever considered better than some of those other receivers he played with. He played longer than them, but that doesn't mean that you're better. As Canario's going to pinch hit for Horowitz, trying to get something going here, but that was a 1-pitch, 1-out, so that was a waste. As is very quickly 2 away. Steve Largent. I just can't say I saw Steve Largent play. The Seattle guy, right? Yeah, I didn't see. I saw very little Jerry, but I've seen the highlights. Steve Largent, pretty good, very good, very good. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I love that website. This Pro Football Reference. That's going to be low for ball 1. Honestly, I want to keep this here, but I am doing a Pirates game. But at the same time, like literally, these guys freaking don't. It's so stupid. The Pirates are just so bad. That's going to be sliced foul for Nick Solak. If you don't drop a ball all year, you're in the top 5. I guess. I don't know. I just I understand he had pretty much like stick 'em on his hands. He barely dropped the pass, but here's the 1-1. That's swung on a missed strike 2 for Nick Solak. I don't know. I don't know. I just mental block. I'm sorry, Nick. I really do. I feel bad. I can't put him above others. Solak slices this one foul. And I'm a Pitt fan too, and he went to the University of Pitt. I really do my best to leave all my biases out. But I can't do it. I can't do it. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Solak will head to the dugout as the Pirates will retake the field very quickly. 1-2-3. Phillies up 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just can't do it right now. Maybe in the future you can convince me. I don't think I can do that right now. I just don't. What's this? %. Huh, interesting. It's suggestive, which is why Art Monk. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, that's why at AB, I don't think anyone would put Antonio Brown in their top 5. But, I mean, that guy, he was special. He really was special. He just played so big. And he had great hands. He was fast. Route running, amazing. Field vision, amazing. I mean, NFL IQ. Like, his IQ, despite all the craziness, which obviously that was later. Like, he was smart, football smart. Like, would go out of bounds when he needed him to. Knew when to cut out, or made his routes were precise, and they were where you needed them to be. Like, that's why Ben loved him so much. Like, he was just such a smart player, which is crazy. You don't think of Son of freaking A, still 05. Yeah. No, yeah. It's why you're not even seeing it right now. I'm still calling it, but half-heartedly at this point. Question. Nick, do you think, and I feel like he probably will, but again, there's still the iffiness. Do you think Tyreek Hill is a Hall of Famer? Like, when you watch him, do you say he's a Hall of Famer? I have come to the conclusion that, yes, I say Tyreek Hill is a Hall of Famer. But do you? What do you think? I mean, he's up here in the list pretty well. He's got 11,000 yards, which I don't think many people would realize. It's crazy to think he's already in his 30s. About to be 31. Imagine Steve Smith's going to get in eventually. Julio's going to get in. You think Torrey Holt would get in? Same with Reggie Wayne. Really, shame. I don't think Hines Ward's going to get in, sadly. I really want him to. But I don't think they're going to give him that. Who's the worst one to get in? Probably this guy. Who is that? Tommy McDonald. Well, he played in like the 40s. Oh, Devin Hester. That's right. But he wasn't in as a receiver. Yeah. I don't think Devin Hester should be in the Hall of Fame as well. Not to me, but he'll probably get in. Fair enough. I don't know. Like, he's so fast, and I don't know. He's a game wrecker. He's a game changer. I feel like I can. I don't know, with him. Like, since he's played for so long, I feel like we can have that talk. Like Jamar Chase, obviously, all these newer guys, still a few years away before that conversation is had. But I don't know. I just think Tyreek would probably get in. I think he is. All right, we have Tanner Rainey. He's in there to face Schwarber. That's going to be a foul tip. Reggie Wayne isn't in yet. I thought he did too, but apparently not according to this. Retired in 14. Says he isn't. I thought he was. That's going to be ripped. Oh, what a play to Nick Solak. Nick Solak moves over to first, and nice snag there. Yeah, I would have thought Reggie Wayne would be in the Hall of Fame, but he is not. 1,000 yards. He's obviously played with Peyton Manning and a little bit of Andrew Luck, so that helps. But really solid. Yeah, I would have thought Reggie Wayne would be in as well. Here's the first pitch to Castellanos. That's in there, called strike. Top 5 receivers. I already saw John Starworth. I don't even know. Fred Biletnikoff. Marvin Harrison, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. If he's not taking the playoff. Okay, come on. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a miss on a ball in the dirt. Strike 2. Well, different era. So, I mean, it's really hard to compare. But it's hard. Like me, Lynn Swann and John Stallworth may have been a little bit overrated. Here's the 0-2. That's in the dirt. Ball 1. And then Blitnikoff played for the Raiders, right? He was for the Raiders, Blitnikoff. Where is he at? Yeah, he's for the Raiders, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, remember him. That one is foul. I don't remember him. I just remember watching NFL film stuff on him. Yeah, just a different era, so I can't really compare there. Tyreek Hill isn't a Hall of Famer to you. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's fair. And hits a short, and what a catch by AKF as the bat also left Castellanos' hands. Went into the field for out number 2. I don't know. I just when I look at him, I see something special. You have to have something special about you. I think he's special. Obviously, off the field, a lot of issues there. Lots of issues. And yeah. But as a player, I've grown to fear him whenever the ball's in his hands. There's something he could take it to the house, and that one's going to be upstairs, ball 1. So many just great receivers from the 2000s, like Chad Johnson, Derek Mason, just Keenan McCardell. That's going to be popped up. Rod Smith, he's in the Hall of Fame. Jimmy Smith, he is in the Hall of Fame. Just like so many great receivers that aren't going to get in, sadly. Keyshawn, he's not a Hall of Famer. A.J. Green was really good with the Bengals. I mean, I just feel like his prime was just too short. So the 1-1 count here, it looks like Bart's going to come out and talk with Rainey. And I do apologize if you're here for the Pirates-Phillies game. I've already checked out low-key. This game sucks, so that's why we're on the wide receiver talk. That's why Nick's trying to okay, enough of this garbage. Let's actually get some conversation going. If you live in Pittsburgh, go to the stadium Tuesday. You get to talk to Steve Blass and Kent Tekulve. I'm not too sure who that would be. That's going to be in their cold strike 1 and 2. There are a ton of good receivers from the 2000s to now. Tyreek Hill has the potential to become okay. All right, Trisk, you can leave. Come on, Trisk. What are you doing? Yeah, no, a lot of great 2000 receivers. I mean, Torrey Holt's not in the Hall of Fame. How? I mean, Julio's going to get in. AB probably won't get in, but should be. He was really good. 1-2 count. Swung on a miss. Struck him out. So the Pirates still down by 5 as we head to the top of the 8th. Your score, Phillies 5, Pirates nothing. Again, I'm not on game day. I do apologize to the Phillies, Pirates fans. I can't even look at the freaking screen. I mean, I'm calling it still, but this football discussion's got me pretty good. Steve Smith will get in again. We already talked about that. But yeah, a lot of 2000 receivers, like you mentioned. Anquan Bolden, that's another solid receiver, not in the Hall of Fame. Oh, I have a question. Okay. DeAndre Hopkins, what do you think? I say no. What do you think? Receivers today have super gloves, lots of protection. Okay, well, back then they had Stickum. They had Stickum back then. You can't say they didn't, because they did. It was pretty bad. Stickum was probably better than the gloves. Julio's first ballot, I agree. 100%. Best receiver also depends on the quarterback. Well, yeah, I know. He mentioned that with Larry earlier, and I just have this mental block with Larry, considering him in the top 5. Still, hey, he's an elite Hall of Famer. Totally agree with that. Probably in my top 10. I'd have to make a list. Maybe one day I will, but I just have a mental block with that. But yeah, I don't think Hopkins is a Hall of Famer. I don't know. I mean, he has great hands, but Just something about him. Whenever I looked at him, I didn't think special. Stickum was used more for defense and offense. Yeah, but they still used him in offense. They still used it. Marshall, not a Hall of Famer. Who is Irving Fryer? This guy had 12,000 yards. Kind of a late bloomer. Look at that. Didn't even start producing didn't get his first 1,000-yard season until he was 29. Maybe it's because he bounced around too much. If he stayed in one place, he probably would have been more recognized. Look at that. That's pretty impressive. Irving Fryer. Shout out Irving Fryer. First pitch to Hayes. I guess they're up at the offense. I can go ahead and call this real quick. Carlos Hernandez enters for the Phillies, 6.75 ERA. Here's the pitch to Hayes, and that's going to be chopped foul. You let me some D-Hop. I think I could put him in the Hall of Fame, but not first ballot. Okay, fair enough. Chris Carter. Well, yeah, Nick likes Chris. Nick had Chris in the top 5. I've never heard of Irving before. I'm not even going to lie to you. And I played the old NFL 2K games. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be swung on and missed. He struck him out. So Hayes goes down on strikes. That's going to bring up Adam Frazier, who's 0 for 2, 224 batting average, 599. I mean, that's fair. I don't think he is Hall of Famer. I know he's going to be one of those where it's like close, but I think you got to put the other guys in before him. That's going to be inside ball. Like, you got to put Torrey Holt. Torrey Holt's better. Jimmy Smith was better. Chad Johnson was better. You know, there's Reggie Wayne. You got to put all those guys in first before I even think about it. Hines Ward, better. 1-0 count to Frazier. Frazier hits this to left, and Kepler's on the run to make the catch for a very quick out, number 2. Not even Irving Fryer, big Patriot receiver. Irving Fryer was a good receiver, but also never had good quarterbacks. Yeah, I mean, just looking at his stats, I mean, didn't really play on teams that had good quarterbacks at the time. I mean, he had Drew Bledsoe. Well, no, he didn't. Drew Bledsoe was like 91 or something like that. And then Miami, well, that was Dan Marino, but then he produced with Dan Marino. And then the late 90s Eagles, I don't think had. Who did they have? Who did the late 90s Eagles have? That's actually Ty Detmer. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I remember Ty Detmer. 1-1 count to Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. And who do the Redskins have? Brad Johnson. Yeah, all right, enough said. Poor Fryer. Jammed him to left, and that's out number 3. Just like that. Very quickly. You're not missing much if I'm not calling this game. We're into the bottom of the 8th. Phillies up 5-0 over the Pirates. Torrey Holt also played with Isaac Bruce and Marshall Faulk and was still Oh, I know. Oh, Bledsoe was 93. I thought he was 91. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. But yeah, I know. I like Torrey Holt. Torrey Holt he was very good. Surprising he's not in the Hall of Fame yet. Like, what the heck? Like, I don't understand what's taking so long. I mean, they already have all these people. I say open it up for a year. Get 15 people. Put 20 people in that year. Just catch them all up. And then you can go back to the 5 or whatever that we're doing. Because you have so many receivers. Really, there's a logjam at receiver and I think at running back too. Maybe not. Well, Sean Alexander, well, he's not a Hall of Famer now. Fred Taylor? Warwick Dunn? No, not Warwick Dunn. Fred Taylor, I would say. Priest Holmes, he just doesn't have the stats. Sean Alexander does have 100 touchdowns, though. That's pretty good. Jamal Lewis? Probably not. Corey Dillon? No. Honestly, maybe not. Maybe not as much. Steven Jackson was really good. I don't know if I'd put Eddie George in. I probably wouldn't. Ricky Williams had 10,000 yards. Really? Jeez. That's actually impressive considering all the craziness he had with him. Thomas Jones had 10,000 yards. Really? Wow. Yet he's so low here on the Hall of Fame monitor. Huh. Maybe not as big of a logjam as I thought. I wouldn't put Frank Gore in. He was just the Hall of Very Good. He was a compiler. Peterson's going to get in. The class of students all had 97% or higher. The best has to stand out, so the bar needs to be higher. Yeah, but like, I mean, how is Torrey Holt not in? I don't understand. He's been retired for so long. I mean, they already messed up. So the problem, I think, why I feel this way is they put in players that didn't age well. You know, I don't. That's going to be outside ball one. Checked his swing, did not go. So I don't know. That's a tough one. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside ball two. Because, look, Eli Manning is probably going to get in. That guy is not a Hall of Famer. He was not a Hall of Fame quarterback. Just was never elite. Never elite. Had 2 runs, and the rest of the 16 years were terrible. Not terrible, but they were not Hall of Fame. They were like average at best. Here's the 2-0. Inside ball 3. Phillies looking to add on to this 5-0 lead. As you know, I like Torrey, but Torrey doesn't get any love. Small market St. Louis. Well, that doesn't mean anything. It shouldn't be like that. Same with Jimmy Smith. Again, played in Jacksonville. Here's the 3-0. That's going to be inside ball 4. Frank Gore. So you think Frank Gore should be in? I mean, I know that's going to be a big topic of debate. I don't know. He was never like a top 5 running back. Like at any point in time, he was always good enough to get 1,000 yards. Probably considered top 10 a lot of the time. But again, played with many people that were better at one point or the other. He was never the best running back. That's in there for a called strike. Eli beat the GOAT. I know that's why he's going to get in, but that doesn't mean he should get in. Here's the 0-1, and boom, hits this to left on the warning track, but Canario makes the catch for out number 1. Never led the NFL in anything, you know. And again, that doesn't mean anything. I know there's a lot of players that haven't, but so his second year had 1,600 yards. 1,110, like I feel like you're barely. I mean, 1,200's not too bad, but I just don't remember him being like an elite running back. He was always good, as that one's in there called strike to Brandon Marsh. But with Frank, yeah, I think he's the Hall of Very Good. Would love to have him on the team as like a mentor type of guy. I don't know. He was a solid back, just never elite. And that one's going to be low for ball 1. I just feel like the Hall of Fame is for the elites. I just don't think elite when I think of Frank Gore. No disrespect to Frank Gore. Again, solid. Hall of Very Good. Here's the 1-1, and that's going to be sliced to foul. There's just a lot of elite players. I don't know if I would put him up there. Like, I don't think Marshawn Lynch was an elite player. I would not put him in. Not LaShawn McCoy. No, And that one is going to be fouled. So the count is still 1-2. I need to make a video on these topics, top 10 or whatever. Players that should be in, borderline, Hall of Fame or not. That'd be cool. 1-2 count. That's going to be high for ball 2. There should be a wing in the Hall of Fame for Journeyman. Vinny Testaverde, Ryan Fitzmagic, Frank Gore. Continue the list. Hall of Fame backups. I don't know. You can't just call it the Hall of Fame then. The Hall of Backups. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be outside ball 3. I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty of journeymen. I just can't think of one right now. I actually saw a video today, like the greatest backup quarterback of all time. Charlie Batch, 3-2, just did everything you asked him to do. So he walks Marsh, so that's 2 on here for the Phillies in the bottom of the 8th. I can collaborate if you're making lists. Heck yeah, man. I'll let you know. I'll let you know for sure. That'd be neat, though. It would be neat to make a video of lists. That'd be good. Yeah. Bryson Stott here, 2 for 4. 4 home runs, 24 RBIs. Phillies looking to add on to this 5-0 lead. Shugart sets and delivers. That's going to be in there, called strike. Men that played and jumped around the league more than 5 teams in 15 years. Josh Johnson. Josh Johnson comes to mind. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Josh Johnson. Has Flacco? I don't know if Flacco's played on 5 teams yet. But he wasn't really a journeyman until, he got old. 0-2 count. Kenny Pickett might be that. Hey, 0-2 turns into 1-2. Kenny Pickett already on his 3rd team in 4 years. I don't know if that's how he thought his career would go. Oh, okay. Well, Kenny Pickett had an impact. 1-2 count. That's going to be fouled. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really think of many journeymen at the moment. I'd have to look at some old Madden games or something. I haven't played old Madden games in a while. I do miss playing the PS2 Maddens. Those were the best. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball to first. Looks like he's going to just step on the bag for out of one. Thought about going to second, but didn't think he had it. Pickett will not last 10 years, let alone 15. I think this year is actually going to answer that question. I'm not going to say no, but I'm not going to say yes, he will, or no, he won't. Because he doesn't put in the time. Sorry, it's true. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I agree. That's going to be in there, called strike. We'll see. If he gets cut by the Browns, I think you're right. But if he doesn't, and he starts a few games, then he'll be back. I think he'll probably cement himself as like a backup. 0-1 count turns into a 1-1 to Trey Turner. Shugart here delivers the 0-1. That's going to be inside. Or it's 1-1, pardon me. Now it's 2-1. Two-one count here to Trey Turner. Runners in scoring position. Not even going to ask anybody to subscribe. This was a pathetic performance by me and the Pirates. It's just chalked. 2-1 count. That's going to be in there, called strike. But if you subscribe, thank you so much. That's awesome. But, yeah, not a great performance by me. Pirates took me out of it with only 3 hits. 2-2. That's going to be sliced foul. Can only take so many losses. I am under the belief that most of these players with the physical abilities out of college do not put in the time to get better in the offseason. It's very sad, believe me, though. I mean, I can agree. Here's the 2-2. That's when we found back. I mean, they do have voluntary workouts or involuntary workouts or whatever. But I don't know. I mean, you're right. But, like, the thing is, it's not – they need to go back to 2-a-days. That's why the quality of football now is terrible. They really ruined that in the mid-2010s. I think they passed that 2-2 count. Called strike 3. So Shugart is able to limit the base runners there. And it's 5-0. We head to the top of the ninth. I understand their personal life comes first, which is fine, but do not complain later. I mean, again, I do understand where you're coming from. They are millionaires. I don't really have much sympathy for millionaires. Yes, you get paid $1 million. You should do the job, and you should give your all. I completely agree. But yeah, it's just the way the CBA is. They don't do 2-a-days anymore, and that's why the quality of play is pretty bad. You can't touch the quarterback anymore, so you're kind of being taught all these different rules from year to year, what you can and can't do when they fall short of greatness. Well, I mean, I'm not going to be mad if Kenny Pickett isn't successful. I feel bad because everyone hates on Kenny, so I find myself trying to balance it out. I'm the great balancer. That's what I am. Media loves somebody, I tend to I'm going to critique them a little bit more because I'm very skeptical of why the media is going to be pushing somebody when my eyes tell me they're not as good as the media says. And when the media hates somebody, I'm like, okay, well, why are they hating him? I don't know. I don't think they're as bad as the media is saying. That's pretty much my whole thing. I don't go against the grain on purpose. I just don't like being told what I should or shouldn't like. I like to make that decision for myself. As what most people should do, but they don't. But yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. Pirates have Cruz, McCutchen, and Reynolds due up in the top of the ninth. So hopefully, I mean, it'd be nice to score some runs, but I'm pretty happy that this one's almost over because this is pathetic. Two hours and 37 minutes. Tanner Banks is on here for the Phillies to close, not get a save or anything, but to shut the Pirates down. Here is Cruz, big swing and a miss, strike one. 0-1 count. Cruz is batting .231. 8 home runs, 18 RBIs. So for 3, 2 strikeouts. Here's the 0-1. That's almost hit him for ball one. One count. Cruz may have pulled something there. He looks a little shaken up. All right, we're going to resume again. Cruz kind of a little shaken up there. 1-1 count here. Banks delivers. Swing and a miss, strike two. One and two. And he went. Cruz doesn't like that. Let me look at this. No, he did not go. Got called out on strikes on a check swing there. He did not go. College football is killing the game from running QBs who can't throw to NIL. Fair enough. Yes, there's a lot more emphasis on the mobile quarterback. Yeah. No, and again, I feel like the offenses are just so dumbed down. I mean, they don't even – like everyone They do that. I don't know. That bothers me. I hate that stupid clap. Like, no one speaks anymore. They just do that now. It's just there's so. I understand that there's more to that. Like, but that just makes no sense. Like they just simplify it so much for the offense. That's gonna be down low 3-1. That the quarterbacks are not coming in ready. They're not ready to play. I think the umps are chumps. Is the MLB using T-ball umps? They can't read defenses anymore. Yeah. Now the quality of, like I said, the quality of play is down. It's really bad. And you're right. It does go to the college level. The college level, these quarterbacks, they're hyped up every year. They can make any throw. But yeah, you're right. They can't read defenses. They're quick to bail on the pocket. So it's, I would say the true quarterback is dying, really. Quarterback play is lower than ever, but you'd have people tell you otherwise. 3-2 count is going to be ball 4 as McCutcheon's going to draw the walk. Yeah, no, there's not many that are like elite. Reynolds is 1 for 2 with the walk tonight. Gets a hit here, it'll be above 200. And that's going to be high and away, ball 1. Kutch walks. Well, that's what I just said, Trisk. That's what I just said. 1-0 count. Banks delivers. And this one is going to be fouled back. 1-1. Pirates looking to go below the .333 win percentage. That'll be fun. Home run Reynolds. Okay. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be high for ball 2. Two and 1 count to Brian Reynolds. Here's the 2-1. That swung on and missed, strike 2. Two and 2 count. Oh, you been on Reynolds and Beck to go yard for a month. Beck just went today. I didn't bet him. That is tough. I think you're good. Don't worry about that. Don't think that happens here. Would be crazy. Here's the 2-2. Down low, ball 3. Would be crazy. I'm just thinking about it now. What a call that would be. That would get the blood flowing. Bro. There's no way. Here's the 3-2. And that one's hit to right. That one is gone. Oh my gosh. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming. I don't know if Trisk is listening to it live. But Brian Reynolds has just hit a home run. Kutch did not steal second. Brian Reynolds. Hopefully he ends the slump. Unbelievable luck, Nick. That is terrible. Unbelievable. That's his 6th home run of the year. Nick, I don't know if you don't have to speak anymore. You're good, man. I totally understand if you're so mad because I'm in shock too. I can't believe that. So Bart is going to foul back. Brian Reynolds with that 2-run shot after we were just kind of making fun of it. Like, oh, yeah, Reynolds. And then, boom. Unbelievable. That is crazy. 0-1 count turns into an 0-2 with that swing and miss there. Yeah, you're a soothsayer. Okay, I guess you're one with the Force. Congratulations with being one with Pirates baseball. This is your life. Yeah, I get it, man, dude. That is tough. That is so unfortunate. 0 for 2 on your non-bets today that you would normally take. That's going to be outside ball 1. Yeah, no, you're good. I understand. 1-2 count to Joey Bart. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a swing and a miss. He struck him out. So that's going to bring up, I believe, Canario. See, pinched hit for Spencer Horwitz earlier. Well, good for Brian Reynolds. Hopefully, as his OPS is 600 now, hopefully it never dips below that again for the season. Hopefully he's able to get back to what he's normally capable of as Canario sends this foul. Yeah, no, Reynolds did not come through for Nick. Canario batting .227, 695 OPS. That's going to be down in the dirt for ball 1. 1-1 count. Yeah, I do thank you guys for sticking out with me. It's the 1-1. That's going to be down low ball 2. So it was an exciting game. I wasn't very excited about it, but it is what it is. Had a feeling it wasn't going to get a lot of views, but I had to get a baseball stream. Hadn't done one in a while, a few days now. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be in there, called strike. I think it was, Thursday was the last time? Maybe Wednesday, I can't remember. Just been at work a lot lately. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Boom. Throws to first. And that gets him for out number 3. That's going to do it for the Pirates as they move to 15-31. And the Phillies move to 27-18 as they win the series. So even if the Pirates win tomorrow, it will not matter for the series. Reynolds needs to come out dressed as Deadpool with 2 bats. No, he doesn't. He does not. Brian is a pretty chill guy. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. I do want to thank you guys for watching. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. I know I probably didn't deserve it today. Terrible, terrible game, terrible stream, whatever. I get it. Subscribe won't hurt you. I promise. But Nick, Trisk, I do thank you guys for sticking out with me. You guys are legends for sure. I will hopefully see you guys in the next one. Hopefully it's a more exciting game. As I don't know. I don't know if I might stream tomorrow. I think, it'll be Mariners-Padres probably in the afternoon tomorrow. I will see you guys then. You guys have a great one. Y'all have a great night. Peace. Take care.